Hi, my name is Kisha, and this is Kisha's Legacy. I want to talk about how life was under our roof. This would take place the majority of my childhood. Um, there's been breaks, there's been good times, for what they're worth. But all this to show that it's greater than my sexual abuse by my stepfather and being betrayed by my own mother. This has to do with my upbringing, how we were programmed at the start.
Took a brave girl to try.
So like I've mentioned in my previous videos, my stepfather had been in my life starting at the age of 2. We moved into our own place around the age of 5. So 5 until last year, he had been physically a part of my life. Now how we got here, I have to go back to where we started. So, growing up in my household was pretty interesting, to say the least. I can't get on this camera and say that my childhood was not filled with happy moments, memories, things of that nature, which is how it makes it difficult and conflicting to talk about the things that were going wrong, because you want to look at the good, right? But in this journey, I have to acknowledge everything, the good, the bad, and the ugly. For all these years, I've portrayed the good, I faked the good, I lived the lie. The truth is, in the household in which I lived in, things were not as what they seemed to the outside world. My mother and my stepfather have a really toxic relationship. It has always been that way. I really can't look at them and ever say the relationship that they exhibited to us was that I want for myself or any of my children or anybody, honestly. And the ways that we experienced that type of toxicity came in various forms in my household. So, I'm being sexually abused by my stepfather. Okay. We are also witness to the emotional, verbal, and physical abuse amongst the both of them growing up. There would be anything that could set them two off. Now, being a child, you want to protect your mom, especially when the man in that house is not your father. He can go. All that matters is that my mom's okay. Fair enough. But what's not okay is your mother pinning you, the child, against that person just to bring them back home. And my mother did that a lot. There would be arguments where it would just start from a yell, or you'd hear it like rile up. Like it'll start with a disagreement, and then somebody would bring it up, and then somebody would bring it up, and then they're just full-blown fighting. Yelling, screaming. They did not care if we were there. They didn't care if we was in the room. We've seen things that it's the type of things you see in movies. Like the kid sitting upstairs on the top of the steps trying to listen to see what's going on, because you don't know if you're going to hear the scream. Is the scream from him putting his hands on her, or her trying to fight him? Their arguments started to wear thin on me, because in their arguments, she would threaten him with the police. And she'd be like,
call the police. Call the police.
Now, out of the 4 kids, somebody was supposed to grab that phone. That's not what she really meant. Because when we would get the phone and we would start to dial 911, we'd get yelled at.
Why are you calling 911?
You told us to? Okay. Or she locks him out the house, and we're on one side of the door and he's on the other side of the door.
Let me in. Let me in. Come on, let me in.
Like begging for us to let him in. But our mother said no. So whose side do we take? We take our mom's side. Every time. And every time, she lets him back. So when he come back, it's awkward. Because he's pissed, obviously. So we're on eggshells around the house until they figure it out, or until they're good. There would be arguments about money. There would be arguments about other women, jealousy, insecurities, everything you can imagine a toxic couple dealing with is what was displayed in front of me and my brothers. So back to like being on the stairs. Like I can remember sitting at the top of the stairs, hearing them argue, waiting for that scream. And then as time progressed and the arguments would come and they would go the same old rodeo. They argue, they curse, he hits her, she hits him. Police are threatened. He gets kicked out. A couple days, he comes back. And every time we're expected to just adjust, to switch it back on after we see him hit you. After we see you cry on the floor. Again, that wasn't okay to do. So now we have our own internal struggles. I know I did. I hate him for sexually abusing me. I hate him for hurting my mother. And I'm tired of seeing him. Can he go already? But he never went. We've seen him choke her. We've seen her punch and slap him. And all that really did was set a foundation for us of what unhealthy looks like. But it also was our only example in the house. And we were brought up to keep it just us. So I did not have anyone to talk to about what was going on in my home. The anxiety I felt whenever he came in too late, or he's been gone for a couple of days, and she's pissed. In my next video, I plan to talk to you about my birth father. Where was he? You know? What role did he play in all this? Because even in his absence, he played a significant part in my childhood. So, if you enjoyed my video, comment below. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you're subscribed. And please share this video on your social media platforms. I'm so impressed by how many views this channel has been getting since I started it. I am so excited to see where this will go, because I'm not stopping. I'm gonna keep talking, and I'm gonna keep healing. Until my next video. Thank you.